Hello, I am Shalonda Reese, the author of the Barton Street Kids book series. I have 2 books published in the series. This is the first book I have ever gotten published, and it's called Meet the Ellies. The character trait theme of this book is kindness, and I have in the back of the book the definition of kindness and a question for the students to answer. So it's a great book to study in the classroom when the students are studying character traits, if the character trait that's being studied is kindness. This book is loosely based on my childhood with my 2 younger brothers, Timothy and Jermaine. We grew up on a small street called Barton Street in Sumter, South Carolina. And for those of you who live in Sumter or have lived in Sumter, you may know that Barton Street is a street that's in the North Main area of Sumter, the north side of Sumter. And we lived there until I was about 9 years old, and we moved away. And from my memory, I believe there were only about 7 or 8 houses on the street. And my brothers and I were always outside in the street playing because it was safe to be out there. At that time in our lives, it was much safer. And across from our house was a woodsy area, and we would go out there and we would pick berries off the trees during the summer. And in the back of our house was a pecan tree and we would pick pecans off the tree. So as you can imagine, as children, we had a lot of fun growing up, and I wanted to put that in a book to remember those times and to put in a book. Everything in the book, of course, is not real. Some stuff is fictional, but it's mixed in with some truth in there. This cover of the book is actually based on a real life picture. Yes, this picture, this cover that the picture was based on, the picture was taken back in 1988. It was Easter Sunday, and Timothy, Jermaine, and I were on the porch. I was in the middle because I was the oldest and the tallest at the time. I'm not the tallest anymore, though. We were standing on the porch, and my mother, I believe it was my mother, or maybe it was my older sister, who took a picture of us. And we kept the picture, and I still have the picture to this day. And I wanted that picture to be the actual cover of my first published book of the Barton Street Kids. And so that's what that picture is. Now, I'm going to read the first page to you so you can get a sense of the writing style. I'm Lonnie, I'm Tommy, and I'm Johnny, and we are the Barton Street Kids. Yay! That's something that's going to be before the story starts on every book. Lonnie, Tommy, and Johnny Ellies lived at 15 Barton Street in a cozy yellow house on the north side of Sumter, South Carolina. Lonnie was a 9-year-old who liked to play with Barbie dolls and read books. Tommy was 7 years old, and he liked to play basketball and collect toy cars. Johnny, who was 5 years old, liked to paint and watch cartoons. The one thing all 3 had in common was that they loved to play with each other outside, whether it was riding bikes, climbing trees, playing basketball, racing, or picking berries or pecans off the trees. Now, the yellow house was an extra house we lived in. It was a small 2-bedroom house. And if you were to go there now, today at 15 Barton Street, the house would no longer be there because it was torn down years ago. But the house does live on in this book. This book is available on Amazon.com for $5.97 for the hardback. It's available online in other bookstores also. I don't believe the price is as cheap as it is on Amazon right now, but you can also get it on Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart.com, Booksamillion.com, eBay, where else? It's just on many different online book selling sites. But the cheapest is Amazon. And Amazon fluctuates its prices every few days. I don't know how long the book is going to be, $5.97, but it is today when I checked this morning. So I encourage you to purchase the book It's very cheap. It's a great book. It's targeted towards children who are ages 7 to 12, who can probably read this type of book on their own with very little help. But even if your child is maybe 2 or 3 years old who cannot read at this level yet, you can read the book to them. So you can go on Amazon.com, you can put in the Barton Street Kids, Meet the Ellies, or you can just put in my name, Shalonda Reese, and a list of my books under my name will show up. Or you can go to my website and go to the section titled The Barton Street Kids and purchase the book. My website is www.shalondareese.com. That's Shalonda, Shalonda, Reese, REESE.com. And you can purchase the book through the link there also. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.